Hi. Hi, everyone. Good evening and welcome to my live stream today. My name is Ucheago, and in this channel, I share information that help you or help people find employment opportunities, immigration updates, and information that help nurses. In my last video about the Canada Caregiver Pilot Program, I promised to come back and give you more information when I get them about what the pilot program is and how you can find these job offers. And in today's video, that is exactly the promise I'm going to be fulfilling today. So I'll be telling you about the Canada Caregiver Pilot Program, the updates, how you can find the job offers. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. For my new subscribers, you would absolutely love it on this channel, and I appreciate every one of you. Please do well to watch this video to the end because it promises to be enlightening. There are a few things I'm going to be sharing during the course of this video. I'll tell you the benefits of the program and the requirements. I'll also be sharing with you some care companies. A few care companies, I've put a call across to them today. So I'll mention a few of them. The ones I was not able to reach online, I would also let you know. I'll share some websites with you where you can find job offers. I'll also be sharing my screen to tell you how you can verify or assess your credentials. And I'll tell you about the required vaccinations and how you can calculate your CLB score. So I'll bring a scenario and we calculate the CLB score on here. And we'll see how you can get CLB score 4, which is the requirement for the Canada Caregiver Pilot Program. And I'll end with telling you about the job site. So if you're watching this video, thank you for joining the live stream today. Please give this video a thumbs up just so it can get across to as many people as possible. Good evening and welcome again. So the Canadian government, we all know, has introduced 2 new healthcare programs, of which I'll be showing you again today so that if you didn't watch the video from the previous one that I made, it would all make sense this evening. So basically, it says that sorry, I'm trying to share my screen, okay? So basically, it says that Canada has announced 2 new pilot programs to support caregivers and Canadian family. It intends to make the Caregivers pilot program permanent. We're going to skip all of that. What concerns us today during the course of this video is to tell you the requirements, to encourage you to start the process, to show you how you can calculate your Canadian language benchmark, and many more information, okay? So hopefully you will find this video valuable. I have spent the day trying to get as much information as possible. So welcome again. So these new pilot programs that has been introduced by the Canadian government, which is going to replace the previous home child care pilot programs. So basically, the requirements for this new pilot program is that candidates who are interested will be working in the Canada home care sector, but you have to meet certain eligibility and you can apply if you meet the following criteria. So you need to have a minimum of level 4 based on Canadian language benchmark, of which I would, at the end of this particular slide, I would show you how you can calculate that benchmark and know if you have the required level 4. So basically, you're going to convert your English language testing system exam, which is popularly called the IELTS. You're going to put it online to see if your scores meet. So IELTS has the general and it also has the academic. Thank you for joining my live stream. Please, where are you joining from? I would love to connect with every one of you. Tell me where you're joining from today. And the next requirement is for you to hold the equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma. And for you to get the equivalent of the Canadian high school diploma, you would need to assess your credentials using WES. I would also show you the website, the main website of WES, where you can convert your credential, whether what you have is NECO, whether what you have is your WAEC, whether what you have is your diploma, whether what you have is even a polytechnic certificate, whatever that you have, it's what you can use to access your credentials on WES website. And then you need to have recent or relevant work experience, at least 1 year experience in the sector of caregiving where you'll be applying for, and you would have received an offer for a full home care job. So all of this, I will tell you how you can meet those requirements. Okay. So stay with me through the end of this video, and let's see how you can meet those requirements. So I've shared the Canadian government website telling you what the requirements are. I'll briefly show you how you can assess your credential, of which you can assess your credential using the World Education System, the World Education Service. The World Education Service is popularly known and used to assess your credential. So basically what WES or WES, people call it WES, what it does is that if you're just verifying your secondary school certificates, in Nigeria we call it NECO or WAEC. If you're just verifying your degree or your diploma, whatever credential you have, WES is going to assess your credential and bring it to the Canadian standard, thereby making and then providing you with a CES report. So that CES report is what WES will provide you at the end of evaluating your credentials. So this is the website for WES. Once you head onto the website, the first thing you need to do are 3 simple steps. You're going to submit your application and you will receive a reference number. Then meet up with the documents requirements. They are basically the requirements, the documents that you have imputed that you are going to verify. So you submit those documents, and then they would then verify your credential and provide you with a report. With that report, you would then deliver it to the recipient, which is one of the requirements for this Canada Caregiver pilot programs. The next thing I'm going to show with you, as promised, is how to calculate your CLB score. So I found this website that has a CLB calculator where you can impute your scores. So for the purpose of this video today, I'm just going to impute imaginary scores, just so that if you have already written your IELTS and you're concerned that you don't meet up to CLB score and you can go onto the website, okay? And then let's assume on the listening, the person has 5.5, and on the reading, they have 5.5. And let's assume the writing is a 7 and the speaking is a 7. At the end of imputing the scores you have obtained from your IELTS results, you're going to click here, what is my CLB? It will calculate your CLB and show you here that your CLB is 6. So that is how you can calculate your CLB. For the Canada Caregiver Pilot Program, it just needs a CLB 4. So I believe you don't need so much. So let's change the information and see if we would get a CLB 4. So assuming the candidate has a 5.5 all true, let's see what the CLB would be. Okay, so I'll just reset it and we will try that again quickly without wasting much time. So if the candidate has 5.5 in all and has 5 in writing, the CLB is going to be 5, and that means you meet the eligibility for this. The next information I'll be sharing with you is the benefits. So if you see me looking down, I am just looking on the information that I have written down so that I don't miss any points, okay? So the next information that I'll be telling you today is the benefits that you would receive when you arrive Canada as a permanent resident through this pilot program. So one of the benefits is that you're going to arrive in as a permanent resident, as well as your family. You would have access to the Canadian benefits, and having a permanent residence is your pathway to becoming a citizen in Canada when the time is right. And you also are open to economic opportunities. You're open to good education for your children, retirement and pension benefits. So those are one of the benefits. So We have already mentioned the educational background. We've talked about the credential evaluation service. We've talked about the minimum of 1 year work experience. And then we would head on to discuss the job offer. Now, talking about the job offer, you need a Canadian resume. So the Canadian resume is basically what I do or what I did when I was looking for jobs is to read what the job description is and tailor my CV to the job description. Now, I'll tell you a secret for free. If you tailor your CV to job description, let's talk about the Canadian ATS system. So it's like the applicant tracking system. The ATS system will then filter all the resumes that have been submitted. And what this ATS system is tracking is to know if the applicants have submitted or they meet the job description. So I would encourage you to tailor your CV to the job description. Where are you watching from? Let me see. Good evening. Are we to attach the credentials along with the CV? You can impute the credentials you have on the CV. If the website that I'll be sharing with you today gives you the opportunity to upload more than one document, feel free to upload your credentials. There's no harm in uploading your credentials. Better to have more information than to have less of it. However, let your CV have information from the job description. There are some of the care homes that have gone through their websites and there possibly might not be a job listing. It might want you to fill in your details, your demographic information, and upload your CV. So that is actually a different ball game. So you can upload your credentials and any relevant qualifications that you have or trainings that you have that will boost you and make you stand out. Having a cover letter will be a plus for you as well. And then I have also written down that there are qualifications that you need to stand out. Aside having your 1 year experience looking after people who are old or old people, you also need a first aid or CPR certificate. I know that back then in Nigeria, I had a few first aid trainings. You can find people who give these trainings within your locality. I believe that if you type it online, you would find that information there. Please give this video a thumbs up and tell me where you're streaming from. I would love to connect with every one of you. Another credential or another certification that you would need is if you have any certificates on dementia care, that would be a plus for you. If you have any certificates that would show that you've had your food safety level 1 training, that would be a plus for you. I have added manual handling certificates here because basically you need information about how to handle people, whether you are lifting them up from the bed to another bed or whether you're lifting them from the bed to a wheelchair. So if you have that information about manual handling or a certificate about manual, whether an online training, that would be a plus for you. The next requirement is vaccinations. I probably need to be typing them on screen so that you can also see the information. So we've talked about the qualifications. The next information I'm going to talk about is the vaccination. So the necessary vaccinations that are required for you during the course of this job opportunity. So you need a TB certificate, and I know that there are TB test centers. If you find one within your locality, I think you can book online. And for adults, the TB screening is normally a chest x-ray just to rule out tuberculosis. For children, they would also assess them, but depending on the age, they may not have an x-ray done on them. So you need your TB test. You need to have a recent, sorry, I'm typing them so that you can see. You need to have a recent COVID vaccination. Need to have a recent COVID vaccination, and you also need to have in your immunization record, you need to have measles, mumps, and rubella there. The good thing is that if you don't have this record, you can actually get these vaccinations and have the record. You need to have a flu vaccine, a polio vaccine. Okay, flu. The comments are the information I'm typing is bouncing. So Anyway, I'll just say it verbally. You need flu vaccine, COVID vaccine. You need the influenza, which is the flu, and you need a police clearance certificate just to be sure there are no criminal records, and as well as a reference. The reference will be provided on request. So there are a few websites where you can, if you decide to go via the websites, there are websites where you can find job offers. On these websites, you would be able to see what the job description is. So talking about Indeed, talking about LinkedIn, talking about Job Bank. Job Bank is the official job website for Canada Jobs. Talking about Glassdoor, talking about Monster websites and Workopolis. So the next on my agenda today is to share with every one of you how you can find care homes or care companies that would provide you with a job offer, because one of the requirements for this pilot program is for you to have a job offer, and the job offer will, with that job offer, you can start your process. So this is Kindred Home Care. If you click on their careers here, you would see home support worker. They have different locations in Canada. For this particular website, what I discovered is that the position in which you're applying for, you just have to select the position here, select what region you want, and input your first name, your last name, your gender, your address. And once you're done with that, you would put your email address and put any other availability. Just fill in the details and apply. So this is the area where you can upload your resume. If you have certifications that will make you stand out, please upload them here, upload them. What you can do is, if you can upload them together as a file, one file, because the maximum for this is 256 MB, then please feel free to do that and then apply. The next website or the next care home that I'll be sharing with you today would be Amaze Care. So if you log on to amazecare.ca, you would scroll down and read what their website is. This is the kind of care that they render to seniors and adults. At the end of it, you can go straight here and click on our caregivers. When you click on our caregivers, this further on opens. What concerns us here is how you can apply. You can send your email to info@amazecare.ca, and or you can fill in your details and upload your resume here and submit your information. So for these care homes, if you're successful during the course of your interview, you would get the job offer, which is one of the requirements that you need for you to be eligible for this pilot program. The next care home I'll be sharing with you today would be Choice Home Care. So I rang Choice Home Care and I was trying to inquire if they were recruiting outside of Canada. Whoever I spoke with said yes, that they were recruiting, however, did not want to give me much information and said I should go on their website and read more information. So yeah, I'm going to encourage every one of you to please go on these websites and explore the websites, get as much information as you want, and submit if it's applicable to you. So are you a professional caregiver looking for a better way? Do you love people? Are you passionate about them? And all of that. So if this is what interests you, you can click on Join Us. When you click on Join Us, you can see the different job openings, the job title, as well as the location. So this is when the campaign started. So I think they write their dates, the months, the day, and the year. So this is when it started. It's showing 1 of 5. So once you see this job opening, click on the one that interests you, any of the titles, personal support worker, any of the titles that interest you, click on them and also apply. Please do not give up applying. You might feel like it's too much for you, but you can never say the one that will work out or click for you. So feel free to apply to as many as possible. And the next websites I'll be sharing with you today would be, okay, I've talked about Kindred. I'll talk about the Extended Care. The next website is Extended Care. These are their care and services they provide in long-term care home health care, group purchasing, management, and consulting. So they have provided information on their website to say that they're one of Canada's leading providers of senior care, and they're focused on meeting the growing needs of the country's aging population. They deliver high quality, long-term care. So you can even add it to your cover letter, you can add it to your CV that you have the skills to provide high quality, long-term care, to be able to meet up with the vision, the goals that are in the home, that they have set in their home. So you have to fine tune all of this and to enable you to stand out. So once you come here, it's always about the career center. You can click on the career center and see join our team. To enable you join their team, once you click there, it should further on bring on more information and ask you to click here for additional opportunities at the newest long-term care homes to join the family. So feel free to do that and upload your CV and cover letter and any certification where applicable. The next care home that I will be sharing with you today will be Pro Vita. So Pro Vita is one of the care homes that are also looking for caregivers. So get what their core value is, get what their culture and vision is, fine tune it to suit into your CV. And when you scroll down on the website, you will see apply now. This is the job search. This is the location. So this is the job location and state. You can filter your search. If you have a particular location in mind where you have families, you can check if there are job openings there. So please share this video to your friends and families because a few jobs here, the closing date is drawing near. So send this video to friends and families, and please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for doing that. So these are the displayed job openings. There is home care aid. There is, in this home care aid, the vacancy, they have 15 vacancies. So tell me, you could be among the 15, and the closing date is the 6th of July. So if you're interested, click on apply and feel free to apply. This is another healthcare aid in the province of British Columbia. Vacancy, they have 7 vacancies. This is another one, and this is another one in Richmond. Province is still British Columbia, and the closing date is 27th of July as at the time making this video. So go through them and apply to the ones that are applicable to the caregivers, which is the reason for this video today. Once you're done with that, you would wait to get a feedback from the care home with which you've applied. So what you're aiming for is the job offer. And then the next care home I'll be sharing with you in Canada is Everest. So once you open everesthc.com, you would see their website online, a career in home health care services. So if you're interested in working with them, these are the top 5 reasons why you should choose them. They said they are a member in good standing. However, you need to have current CPR and first aid certification, proof of TB testing already mentioned within the last year, proof of hepatitis B vaccination within the last 5 years, current vulnerable sector, which is just basically your police clearance. You need to provide them with a proof of flu shots or vaccination and all of that. So if you meet any of these, click on personal support worker and this will open. So this has basically the job description. Tailor your CV if you're submitting to this care home. Tailor your CV to this job description and click here in this spot for you to click here to submit your application online. This is employee application form. Fill in all of these details. Fill in all of these details. Be patient and fill in all of these details and submit the application. So I'm just going to double check that I have shared with you all the homes that I've decided to share with you today. Whether you're a nursing aide, we're back home, or you are a healthcare assistant, please utilize these opportunities today. And I'm hoping to hear good news from every one of you about it. The last care home I'll be sharing with you today is Retirement Concepts. Let me check if I can find it on my screen, and then I'll share it with you. Retirement Concepts. that is the last care home I'll be sharing with you today. 1, 2. Okay, give me a second. I'll need to close some things on my screen so that I'll be able to share with you the last care home. And so, okay. I hate COVID vaccination. Everyone hates COVID vaccination, I know. So, yeah, that's it. So, retirement concept is one of the care homes. If you go on the website, click on career, and you would see career and opportunities. This is so this that one is for nurses. So if you need the career center, click here for the career center, and that will open. I don't know if you can see the new screen that it has just opened. Let me confirm. So the link that I clicked now just opened in a new tab. So I'm going to share that with you. Hang on with me. So if you click on the career center anyway, it's going to open up. I don't know why that one is not sharing. It's going to open up the job listings that they have. So they have the home care aid. Once you click on the home care aid, it will tell you roles and responsibilities of which you can add to your CV. It will tell you the qualifications and the skill required. Once you're happy with that, there's an option for you to click apply and put in your first name, your last name, your email address, and your mobile number. For the mobile number, you have the opportunity for you to select the country code, change the country code, and insert your mobile number. At the end of it all, then you can submit your application, and hopefully you will hear from them. So I'm just going to check down on my notes to be sure that I didn't miss any valuable information I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to see your questions on the screen. If you have any question, please ask your questions. Let's talk about it. I love feedbacks a lot. Okay. So there are no, I've given an answer to this one, and I've mentioned the vaccination. So that brings me to the end of this video. If I find any information that I didn't mention, I'll put it in the comment section. Please give this video a thumbs up, and thank you for staying on with me throughout this video. I appreciate every one of you, and I wish you the very best from the depth of my heart in your application. Please share this video to your friends and families because it could benefit someone out there. And if this is your first time, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll welcome you to the family. Okay, thank you so much. See you in my next video. Until then, stay blessed and stay productive. Bye for now.